Hello and welcome back to Ronson, Diego, Bentos and Friends. I think that's the title that we should start calling the podcast. I think it's got a better ring to it. It'll bring more people in.
Right, so we aren't going to roleplay the entire creation of a business. But if you want
that's the good bit. That's the good bit. That's the only reason I'm here.
Right?
Well, I mean, we could spend 4 in-game days with you doing interviews and all of that kind of thing if you really want to.
Well, I do, yeah.
Well, I've got this little ruffian here who will be one of your runabouts and your to do some work. I'm sure you would like to do some work, right?
Everybody, listen. Look, what I'm basically saying, folks, is delicious meat, and if you want some of it, then somewhere around here there's a vacant retail space. We're going to be opening Groggs very, very, very soon. In fact, it's got to be soon now because we've put this man out of business over here, the man who sells you cats and dogs to eat. So come and buy and don't steal, okay? Don't ruin it, okay? Don't cut your nose off to spite your face. I know you like nicking things, okay. But you see this woman over here talk? Yes. Yeah, I know what you're thinking looks a bit simple. She's not. She's the queen of the thieves. And if you fuck with me, you fuck with her. All right?
They'll just cheer. Yay.
I just bow and I say, endorsed by Talk.
I think that's Dave's way of hurrying this along.
So where do you want the shop to be?
Yeah, Dave, I want it to be right on the corner, to the left or the right there. But you're going to get people coming up here, this vertical road, and you'll get them coming across. So that's the best place to be, you see, because I'm getting traffic coming from here. Yeah, that one or the other one on the other side. I don't mind which, but that, yeah.
Do you want to be next to the butchers or opposite the butchers?
I mean, I don't think the butchers is going to be in operation. In all fairness, I could be in the butchers.
I mean, you do know that he's probably the one sourcing the 5 whole hams. On a weekly basis, so he'd probably be okay.
Well, I'll be nicking his distributor. I'll be nicking his distributor. I'd imagine his supplier. Sorry.
Right, well, let's put you over here in this big building on the corner.
I'll go now. Right in the corner, thank you. So that's a good place to get business.
Yeah. So as you walk over to that, and it just seems to it's a business. It's not very busy, but they're just selling drinks and stuff like hot drinks. There's
I've got to get rid of these guys
teas
now.
and coffees and things. Okay. Hello, Miss. Hello, Miss Tock, Lady Nightingale. How can I help?
Yes. I have a business proposition for you.
Yes, the proposition is that you leave the premises vacant.
Ronson, let me handle this. Now, my good friend here, Mr. Ronson Diego Bentos,
more than friends, if we're honest, but carry on.
My friend would like to open an establishment called Groggs, serving roly-poly sausages. Now, your beverages would go absolutely perfectly with his sausage. So, I wonder if we can combine efforts with your management and he can live out his dream of being a Groggs owner and his roly-poly sausage days. And we can turn this place into a Groggs with your hot drinks.
Look, listen, I've already buried one business. I'll bury yours as well if you don't listen to the woman, okay?
Well, are you planning on staying in town and running this place in?
Well, no, we would hand over the running of the daily business to you because you have a fabulous establishment of drinks already. And, this is a perfect place. I just thought maybe we could put some pastries on the side, some roly-poly sausages, a croissant here and there.
Croissant de la mer.
So you're going to get the ingredients, tell us how to make the roly sausages, let us sell the roly sausages, put your name up on the door so if it all goes wrong, it's you at risk, not us. And then we get some profit too.
Yes, it will be Ronson's name above the door of Groggs, and the profit is mainly his, and you would obviously get a share for the upkeep, and you would keep your beverage business, and hopefully it would draw more people in with your, extra pastries.
Well, I mean, I must say my brand recognition is not great. Puts people off.
Well, Groggs is well established in other towns already, you see.
Yeah.
Yes, we have one whole other shop.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, using my name was never a good idea, was it? No one really comes to pissy drinks.
I mean, I do love a pissy drink.
That's funny.
Who doesn't love a pissy drink? But yes, I think Groggs is more normal.
Oh, you got a deal then?
Well, the deal is Ronson pays you some money to allow him to start up this business, gives you some recipes, pays you your wages, and I take a finder's fee. And then you take some extra money for doing some extra work. How does that sound, Ronson?
Yes, that's fine. And by the way, can you spread the rumour that the butcher next door kills dogs and cats and sells their meat?
Well, it doesn't seem very sporting, but we could always...
Nobody's fun.
We could always get the meat from him, couldn't we?
No. Do you not know how business works? He's buying the meat from somebody else. So we need to cut the middleman out.
He's not, though, because he's hand-reared those pigs. His family have hand-reared those pigs in this town for decades.
Oh, right. I hadn't read the wiki. I do apologise. Yes, all right, then, fair enough.
I better create a page for Mr. Baker the Butcher before Neil picks me up on it.
Hawkeye comes back in all of this. By the way,
Hawkeye's here.
I haven't had anything to do for a while, so I went off and solved the mystery of the missing cow. They escaped their captors. It was probably a goblin or something, and they were behind a tree. So
whole subplot.
Reward me.
Done.
Reward me. Anyway, what's going on over here? Are we fucking animals?
No, poor guy.
That hoss in town.
No, we're talking about greasy sausages.
Yeah, Matt Hoss in town.
My proposal would be that we skip forward a few days whilst you do all the setup and all of that kind of stuff.
Do I get a reward for finding the cows?
Well, you've not found them, have you?
Well, I just did it off cam.
Okay, where were they?
I don't know. They escaped their captors, and I found them behind a tree.
Well, I know exactly where the cows are, and they weren't behind a tree.
Well, they escaped.
Off cam, I've been around the whole map and set up about 50 other branches of Groggs in that case.
You haven't been off cam for the last hour.
And real on cam, Ronson, you owe me 50 gold for a finder's fee, please. Minus that out. Thank you.
Well, I can't complain.
I mean, I was
I'll have to
very
give you that. I
convincing.
can't complain about that. Where are we?
Right, we're gonna jump forward a few days. Let's say 3 days.
Inventory.
How are the worms looking?
50. Right, I've got rid of 50. I'll have to add 50. Vic, have you added 51 gold to your thing?
I added one, and then I've added another 50.
Yeah, I'll have to add 50 now. I've taken 50. I'm on 1,949 now. You see, if you had said 30, we would have been down to 69.
Well, some jokes are just lost, aren't they? To the
Comedy's
void.
lost, really. Comedy's lost.
To the void.
Okay, so you spend the next 3 days kitting out the little premises with like some furnaces, some whatever you need to make pastry, a worktop, I guess. I don't know. Dough. Yeah, just loads of dough. You put the big sign up that says Groggs. Little. I imagine just a little tiny corner where like the existing drinks are, just because you have to. And finally, on the afternoon of the third day, you are ready to open.
Roll up, roll up, roll up. That's what we're selling. Sausagey roll-ups. Come on and enjoy tucking. By the way, I previously said there was no parasitic worms contained in the sausage. Turns out there are some parasitic worms contained in the sausages. Eat around them.
So there is a queue forming outside the nearest Groggs.
Look at this. I mean, we've been doing this for over a year now, and I think this is probably the most exciting moment of the
I make
podcast.
a guest star appearance in the Groggs, pretending to bite into a roly sausage.
Sing the theme tune.
Yes, you'll have to remind me of that one, Ronson.
I can't remember. It's completely gone out of my head.
Tom. And that's
Yeah,
all I
it was
remember.
Groggs, a roly-poly
yum, yum, yum,
sausage.
yum, tum, tum,
Groggs, it's rolling in my tum. And then I spit the roly sausage very slyly to the floor because I was not going to eat
There
the
you go.
parasitic worms.
And that theme tune can also be used for the indigestion tablets. Tums.
Yes, and I do this motion. Yum.
Delicious.
So I'd like to imagine that using like your minor illusion, there's like almost like a semi-permanent like advert of just talk, like
Yes.
going on a loop.
I'm just going in my tum, just outside the store.
So whilst this is going on, Porkai, you're standing watching, and Ramona comes over and I really must say I'm really worried about this.
Shytey.
Porkai.
Hello, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ramona has just come over and said, "Look, I don't mean to nag, but I'm really worried about this. Like, you're meant to be tracking down 6 items that could potentially end the world, and they've just spent 3 days opening a bakery."
Ramona. I agree. They are a pair of fucking idiots. But we have one of them.
He's just jealous.
Shut up, you can't hear this conversation. We have one of them, which means even if one other person has the other 5, they can do fuck all with it. So let them get this daphnis out of their system, and then we will be back to being a peak fighting force, and we will get the Infinity Gems or whatever the hell they are. Don't you worry.
But
You
the
know
whole-
face.
but the whole
Whoa!
problem
Whoa! Can I make something clear? This is my quest now for the rest of the weeks. Setting up Groggs after Groggs after Groggs after Groggs. I'm tunnel vision. I've got blinkers
Well,
on
that means
now.
you're going to have to come with us on the adventure to go to new places to set it up.
Yeah, well, I'll tag along, but don't expect me to contribute in any other way than to try and set up
like
another
literally
Groggs.
like every other episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I
Ramona
think
says, you said,
we can live
but
with that.
it's not the point, though, is it? It's like if someone gets 4 of them, then they have the basically they've got the bargaining power. They've got the majority. You need. It's like you've got to destroy the majority of them.
Well,
That was the whole deal.
Ramona, my sweet little niece, cousin, sister.
We're not related in any way.
To be confirmed, Ramona, to be confirmed. You're definitely a short king.
Well, I was
I'm
shagging
on
your
it.
dad, so I'm not.
Well, I got news for you.
That's a first. You
Is
heard
that
it
canon?
here.
Or is this just a comedy outburst?
You have heard it here first.
I mean,
on
it was in my
Dungeons and
mind
Dragons.
that was going on.
Right, stepmom. Okay, we'll work this out. Hang on. Oh,
Flash sister.
I'll read the wiki at some point. Don't worry. I'll catch up. I'm on it. Porky's on it. Porky will get all the gems. They just need to get this out of their system. You know, it's... And then we are going to be like a laser dart getting all of these trinkets. And who cares if they've got 4? I am really, really hard. 81 hit points, Ramona. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I've got 81 hit points.
You spent the last 3 days talking to cows.
Well, yeah. And I found them, didn't I? Saved the village.
No, you didn't.
Well, we'll see about that. The wiki will say whatever I tell it to say. Just trust Porky. Trust Porky. Let them get this out of their system, and we will be on our way with such powerful force that no creature can stop us. Thank you very much. I'm Porky.
Can we just agree, now they've got this open, can we at least start heading back round to Flamekeep tomorrow?
Absolutely. We will do exactly that. You two, Flamekeep tomorrow.
But what about the cows, Porky?
Fuck the cows. Flamekeep tomorrow.
Any retail spaces there?
Probably.
Oh, do about Frida and Olga.
Admin.
Or Olga. Olga.
Well,
I think they're in Groggs.
The last you heard, that they were heading that way towards Spalding, so you've got to go through Spalding to get to Flamekeep anyway. So
there we go. It's win-win, isn't it? Find the cows, off to Flame Place, get another trinket, moonwalk back again. Pow.
Well, sure.
It's win-win for everybody, isn't it? Come on.
As we leave Reckonmark, I just cast another illusion of a statue of Tok, and just a little note in front of it says, "Make me." As we leave.
it says,
Make
what?
you.
Make me. Construct me.
Oh, I thought it was a threat.
No, just a statue.
Make me. Make me.
Sorry, I'll change that to construct me. And then please, XOXO, your princess, Tok of the Thieves Guild, Nightingale Extraordinaire, and it just goes on.
Right, Desians of whatever town this is, I am Porky, the Earl of Shoplifting, respect me. You're in charge of the Groggs. You three, build a statue out of any old crap you can find. We'll be back in a couple of days.
Okay, so you head back off on the road.
On the road again.
Yeah, just like that.
I just can't wait again on the road
Now here on
again.
my own again. And with these two.
I don't know where my bridge is. Where's my bridge? You head towards Spalding. Yeah, so a couple of hours travel. But as you approach the bridge that you were at a few days ago, here it is. Here's the bridge. You go past the. Oh no, it's still got that ping that I set off.
Oh yeah.
About 2 months ago. That's good. It's consistency. By the bit where it's scrawled Porky's Bridge, 5 gold, there is a pile of gold, surprisingly. Adds up to about 25 gold pieces.
Wait. Got it in my pocket.
I put a message on there as well, didn't I, saying give me some money too?
Pretty sure you
You
didn't.
did. We haven't got there yet.
Oh.
So you put yours, I believe you put yours on the bottom of the bridge because you wanted to catch the trolls.
Who,
Yeah,
me?
I thought you said I'll put it here because of the trolls.
I don't remember that, but if it's going to get me more money, then I'm happy.
So you put Ronson's Bridge 50 gold. There is a 150 gold piece there.
Ooh.
Oh, well, hey, that's the 50 that I gave to, that was my finder's feedback. I'll take it.
So you're going to be heading, let's grab the big map again. You're going to be heading through Spalding. Is there anything you want to do there before you head out into unknown territory? So Spalding is here where the big green pin is.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need to go down past Silver Cliff Castle, which is where the Magic Circle tombs were, and then across past Duskaran, and then back down towards Flamekeep. So that would be the route that Ramona is asking you to, well, begging you to follow. Which also goes past the face of Tira, which is where this statue is.
Or we could follow the roads that are clearly marked on this map and go past Duskaran.
That's what I just said.
I thought you said down just straight across the water.
Well, so you would
Past
go
Silvercliff
across.
Castle.
You haven't got my pings. Yeah, so you'd have to go past Silvercliff Castle anyway, right? But then you would go across the water here to Duskaran. There's a bridge there,
Right.
and then down south past the face of Tira towards Flamekeep.
We do that. Laser focused. We're on our way to Flamekeep.
Cool. I need to work out how many days it's going to take you to get to the next point.
Get that calculator
Right.
out, Dave.
And 20, so that's 24 feet on the map. Everyone loves Dave doing maths in his head.
Mhm.
So that is going to take you. Presumably you're just walking, right? You're just having a stroll.
I was going to nip in the Land Rover and drive us there, but that's probably out of the question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And to Nancy, the horse.
Well, it was their horse. You didn't say you were taking the horse. You
I
can take
think
the horse
so.
if you want.
It's not going to speed us up. We're going to be
Probably
as
not.
fast as our slowest person, aren't we?
All right, Porky. I will stick with the team
That
and
was-
not ride on Nancy.
That was in my human voice.
Okay.
Okay, so you it's going to take about half a day. So bearing in mind, let's assume you're leaving Wreck-It Mark in the morning. So you sort of travel through Spalding. I guess trying to keep a bit of a low profile. Like last time you were here, it was all kicking off a little bit. But you know that Porky's dad is long gone. You don't know where Vermilion that is, but you don't encounter any trouble as you're passing through. You follow the path. Can one of you roll me a d20, please?
On it.
Oh, okay.
$11.
Okay. So you carry on. You kind of recognise the sort of area where you entered the tomb for the Magic Circle a long time ago, when you were on the hunt for Paul Daniels. And as you kind of turn the corner on the bend on the road, just away from the woods, just looking at passive perception, Porker, you notice what appears to be a puddle of blood.
Oh,
By
The
by
early
a rather large-
2000s shit
Goodness.
band.
the band?
Yeah, there's a puddle of blood next to that puddle of mud. Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay. God, they were shit.
Yes.
I've
so-
noticed a puddle of blood.
and there's a rather large bush, and you can kind of see something's been quite.
The band.
Yeah, the bush. Yeah,
This is just a grunge reunion festival.
there's something quite clumsily discarded in the bush.
I'll have a quick look at the bush.
Bush?
We did that joke already.
No, there's always a
The
bush.
band.
It's Kate Bush.
Should be running up that
Yeah, the
road.
bush.
So as you kind of part the branches and stuff, you realise that a smell hits you, and you realise that this used to be a living creature of some kind.
Oh no, he's Gavin Rossdale's career.
That's not even relevant to me now, let alone in 6 months' time.
He was the singer of Bush.
Ah,
Bush.
okay, fine.
He
I
used
assumed it was
to-
a footballer, because that's if you say names I don't know, I assume they're footballers.
He used to be married to Gwen Stefani when she was
Gwen
still
Stefani,
a
yeah,
ska
yeah.
person,
Huh?
and touring with bands such as the Aquabats and the Vandals. Back when No
Oh,
Doubt
you just
was good.
ruined it, Shytey. You were about to see a load of acrobats on the road.
Aquabats, the ska-themed superhero band.
Bats that have the power of water.
Oh,
Aquabats.
sweet. Yeah,
Show your
I'll meet
tattoo
them.
off. Show your tattoo off.
My Aquabats tattoo. Where is
Yeah.
it? There it is.
There you go.
There you go. I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm down with the kids. I've got a Zoom button. What am I doing? What?
Oh yeah, it's like a little cartoon. I'm going to insult him if I say it's like a little cartoony Batman, aren't I? But
No, that's
No,
literally
no.
what it is. They
Good.
did, what was that kids series? Yo Gabba Gabba.
Aquabat.
They created that, but there was the Aquabat Super Show. I think they're
never heard of it.
Mormons, but the last time I saw them, they were absolutely off their faces.
and Gwen
Well,
Stefani was part of this.
No, Gwen Stefani's, when she was in No Doubt, used to tour a lot with the
okay.
Aquabats and the Vandals.
Anyway, if
Yeah.
you want to find out what this random thing is in this bush, you could do a nature check or a medicine check, whichever you would prefer to do.
What have you found
Okay.
over there?
If anybody would like to hear me do 20 minutes on ska bands of the late 90s and early 2000s, I might put something up on Patreon.
Yeah, he's got his second win now,
Trust me,
hasn't
I'm
he?
full of wind at the
He's not ill
moment.
now.
What am I doing? Rolling something?
Yeah, you found some bits of smelly meat in the bush.
Lovely
I
stuff.
wish I hadn't said that.
You're right.
That's,
The off-foots from
that's the name of my
Groggs.
death metal band. So what was I rolling?
Um,
Investigation
either
or
a nature or medicine, whichever you.
I'll do medicine. 5.
Oh my god.
Wow, I don't control the dice.
Whatever it wasn't human. There's sort of scraps of it. It all appears to be pretty pale. You do find sort of mixed in some of the bits, a yellow like tag that looked like it, well, must have been attached to this poor creature at some point.
Is this my cow?
You can read the tag if you want.
He's not
reading the tag.
It says Olga.
No, Olga was the one that was...
No,
Missing.
Olga was the missing one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The cows or whatever I tell them they're called. They're cows.
I've got a note that says Olga was missing.
All right, Olga's off. I found Olga. I've solved the riddle.
Excellent. Does she well?
We'll put her in a bin bag. In fact, you've got some form of necrotic magic, don't you?
Yes.
No.
Coincidentally, I have just learned how to reanimate the dead.
I don't
Brilliant.
think she can be reanimated, please.
Now we're
Winston.
D&Ding. Bring back Olga.
And that is a genuine coincidence as well. A genuine coincidence.
While he's thinking of that spell, can I just try and see what killed this cow?
Well, she'll tell us.
Well, I'm just looking to see whether this spell creates an undead servant. The corpse, it becomes a zombie. I can get it to do whatever I want. I decide what action it will take. I can give it a command. It's under my control, so presumably I can make it talk.
I've got talk to animals, so we're laughing.
And you could talk to animals. Well, I'll reanimate the dead thing in that case, Dave. I'll reanimate Olga, or whoever it is. Olga.
Use your spell slot.
Yeah, I have done so.
As I presume you're using the staff Daniels and like doing some wavy shit.
Yeah, I'm doing it all the way. I'm doing semaphore. I'm doing it all.
So, Porky, as you're kind of stood closest, you see bits of the flesh of what you now know to be the cow kind of almost stitching itself back together. And you kind of step back as something tries to force its way out of the hedge. And the monstrosity is like a very pale, beaten facsimile of a cow. There's like one of the legs is turned at a right angle. Like another one of them is like just hanging off. The head is like just not. She's not happy. This cow. Head's just at an angle.
I've never known Dave be so descriptive. He's really getting into this, isn't he? The morbid little bastard.
And it just looks at Ronson, just with its big eyes, just looking at him.
Sad cow face and its big eyelashes.
And what some of the eyelashes are falling off.
Oh, poor baby. I get my eyelash glue out and try to stick it back on.
Olga! Good news! You're alive. I reanimated you from the dead. Bad news, it only lasts for 24 hours. But my friend here, Porky, wants to have a little chat with you.
I've cast Speak with Animals, I think. Have I done it? I think I've done it. I've done it twice. I've done it once now. Hello, Olga. You're looking good. My name's Porky. I've been sent here by your cow friends and family to work out where you and your other sister disappeared to.
Why won't you let me die?
Do you want me to find your sister or not?
Please let me die.
Do you want vengeance upon the people who have put you in this bush?
Whoosh.
Demons.
Sweet. Right. Which direction are the demons?
Back through Duskran.
Right. Okay. Did they do a monologue that tell you their weaknesses by any chance?
They only travel at night.
Batman.
Maybe. Please let me die.
Oh, okay.
We will. Just give us the bloody information.
Where's your sister? She's still with the demons?
They dumped me in the bloody hedge. I don't know where they took her after that.
Oh, but she was still alive when you died, right?
Yes. They
Okay.
went across towards Duskaran.
Okay, so we're going to avenge you and save your sister and return her back to Thieveland, whatever it's called. Do you have any other pertinent information that would be helpful on this adventure?
Let Frida go. It's not worth fighting the demons. Unhuman.
Oh, Cal, please. You're talking to Porky. I have 81 hit points.
Vampires care not for hit points.
Vampires? Brilliant.
Vampires.
Vampires?
Were they? Is that why they left you behind? Because you could have been turned into a steak?
Oh, but cha!
Wow. Can we go back an hour when Shytey just didn't have any enthusiasm to say anything rather than...
Not only have we had the greatest moment in this history of the podcast with us opening the first chain of Groggs, we've now got the greatest joke in the history of the podcast.
We've peaked.
Now, please do remember we do have a Patreon. You've just got to search Dungeons and D-Heads. And if you want more Ronson content, that's where you need to go. There's an adventure where Ronson brings back 2 women from the dead to go on dates with. There's also a fascinating, in-depth discussion between myself and Dave where we look at creating the franchise, the Groggs Roly Sausages franchise in the game and how that's going to work, the mechanics of that. That's a great listen. So please remember, sign up now.
Vampires, right? So silver stakes through the heart, crucifix, standard vampire rules, I assume. Is that right?
I don't know. I'm a cow.
Yeah, but you know what a vampire is because you've told us.
They called themselves vampires.
Right, so they could just be like a cheerleading group called the Vampires, the Montreal Vampires.
Maybe, and they didn't like the daylight.
In what context did they call it? They did this at Hey, we're vampires. Is that how they introduced themselves?
It could be a boy band for all we know at this point.
There was some travellers, and they called the creatures vampires. They ran.
Right. Okay. Any other pertinent information for us before I put you out your moosery?
I don't appreciate cow puns.
I'm done. Someone take over, please.
You're the only one who can speak to her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So for everyone else, there's this like cow with just its limbs off at all angles, its head kind of half on, just looking at Porker going moo, moo.
Are you sure there's nothing we can do to help you out?
Just kill me.
Okay, I kick her head off.
Well, I mean, that's kind of ungrateful, isn't it? She had 24 hours. She took 24 seconds.
So because
how ungrateful. I use a whole spell slot for that bitch.
Because she has been there for quite a few days, her head literally just like tears off as you kick it.
Another successful head kicking off by Porky. Right, we'll do the thing that she said. Let's go kill some vampires.
Okay, so look, you carry on, presumably unceremoniously just leaving her in the bush.
I'm looking for wild garlic on the floor.
Neil, can you do like the move earth spell so we can bury her without actually having to touch her?
Yeah, okay. I would move earth. I move earth and bury her.
Cool. Toc, can you give me a survival check then?
Survival. Okay. Yeah.
Doing some foraging.
Yeah. Oh shit. 6.
Yeah. No, you find some suspicious looking berries, but no garlic.
I pocket the berries.
Okay.
I would also like to look for garlic, please.
And survival check.
Oh, I think I should have really good added on because I am a wood ranger, so I'd be good at foraging and stuff.
I think you chose your speciality to be stone.
If Dave, as the DM, has put wild garlic in the exact same area as a character told us as vampires, I would be surprised.
I think that would be good. 4.
Yeah, you don't find any garlic.
I'll have another look.
You want me to do one? I'll do one. What do I have to roll again? Sorry, an inspection.
Survival.
Investigation.
Survival.
Survival check.
It's one at the bottom.
12 plus 2, 14.
And you find some fungus that you're pretty sure is safe to eat, and some less suspicious looking berries, but there is no garlic that you can see.
What a surprise.
Shock him.
What a shame.
Off we trot then.
Whilst we're doing this, I ponder upon my spells, and I ponder upon my Cloud of Daggers spell. And I wonder if those daggers are in fact made out of silver.
That's werewolves, isn't it?
Yes, but Tok doesn't know this.
They're magic.
They're just magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, vampires don't like fire. I've got some flame arrows. That'll be cool.
Fantastic.
Right, so you carry on. And I actually need to refer to notes now. As you travel across a small little bridge, you start to see a small settlement just off the main road. Even from where you are, you can tell it's not the best kept of places, because even the sign that you can see needs a good clean. Under the years of grime, neglect, and dust, you can just about make out the words Duskoran.
Point of order. I've tied some of my thick rope from my inventory around my neck to make sure I can't be bitten.
Okay. So you can also see the towering city of Flamekeep in the distance, and also the remains of the statue of Tira a little bit before Flamekeep. Both of which places you need to be, or that you want to go to. So you're kind of at a crossroads. You can see dusk around there. You do see what appears to be a figure slumped sort of by the sign. So it's up to you if you want to carry on or investigate.
That man needs help.
So you're walking over to him?
No, I'm just announcing it to the other two.
and then we just carry on our way. You're right, that man does need help. Anyway, off we go.
And then I kind of stand there a bit torn. Do we not want to help him?
Torn was Natalie and Bruglia, another late 80s staple.
But I'm all out of faith. And this is how I feel.
With him.
Tor and I am chained, standing naked on this wharf. Are we going over there?
I was cold, I was hungry. Were you there? Were you there? Hello, I'm a good Samaritan. How are you, old boy?
Oh, kind sir. Oh, will you please help me? Just a bit of coin to keep me going through the week.
How much would you like?
A single coin will do.
You know what? I'll give you 2. I'm not going to come right up to you. I'm going to keep from a distance. I'm just going to toss it in your direction, okay? Just give me a second here, and I'll give you 2 coin. Right, just 1 minute. There we go. There's 2 gold coins for you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Can I please come with me into the village? I'll repay you. We got some, been foraging, got some berries.
I cast
You got any garlic?
I
Yes.
cast Zone of Truth as this conversation's going on.
Okay. What is your spell save DC?
15.
50.
I'll mark off a thing.
Right. So yeah, they can't tell a deliberate light.
Yes.
Please come into the village with me.
And why would we do that?
I don't need any berries. I'm fine, my good fellow. You go to the village. You go yourself. You got 2 coins. Be happy with that.
Please come into the village.
Why?
We're in danger if you don't.
Why would you?
Yes, let me take a guess. Are you heir to some fortune and you'll send me it if I give you my bank details?
No, it's his fault, and he points straight at Porky.
Many things are his
You're gonna have to
fault,
be
but you're going to have to
Very
clarify.
specific with this one, pal.
You must come into the village. He stands up, kind of, and you realise that the kind of frailty he's been putting on is has just been a bit of an act. You need to come into the village.
You're a faker. You're a phony faker.
Back the fuck off, Sunshine, or we will kick your ass.
He's an old person, so he can't move.
Listen, you're pissing me right off now.
Old person is again a 15. I think it's a 15. Is it my spell DC?
And listen, if we're gonna fight, can I have my 2 gold back first, please?
So he gets completely held by your whole person. You do see a second. You're at the gate to the village. You do see someone poke their head out, and as they see this, they whistle, and there's some footprints behind you. Footsteps behind you, as a few wolves rock up.
Wolves.
Right, before we start fighting. Oh, hello, that's a big wolf. Oh, it's gone. Before we start fighting, what's going on? Come on, tell Uncle Porky, what have I done? I'm sure I can fix it.
Your dad.
Oh, that prick.
Bastard.
Yeah, I agree.
He
told
told us he would keep us supplied with food for as long as we need, as long as we don't let you get away.
Right. Again, I'm failing to see how that's my fault. That my dad's a prick.
All we have to do is stop you from getting to Flame Keep.
And what do you get out of it?
Do.
I would like to cast a cloud of daggers around in between me and the wolves, please, and everyone else. So it doesn't touch anyone, but it's in front. It's a 5-foot cube, so it should fit in between everyone and the wolves.
Right,
So,
what are you getting out of keeping us here?
As I said, Dad's keeping us fed.
Right. Well, I
they
can
don't
see
care
over there,
about us anymore.
You got a table full of barbecue utensils right next to you. Have you ate that?
Your dad gave us.
Right. I mean, we can get you 5 whole hams a week.
These 5 old hams are for the Dick of Thieves. The Cock of Thieves. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but we don't like him, so we can divert that. I'm a logistics expert in real life, you see. I can provide you with 5 whole hams on a weekly basis. What do you think of that? And then we'll stick our fingers up at old Daddy Short King, and we'll be on our way.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, bloody well. I'm very persuasive. I've got an advantage on it. 16?
Isn't that just against dwarves?
Doesn't tell me.
No, I don't think so.
Don't think so. Or it doesn't specify if it is.
No, I remember that it wasn't.
16 it is then.
Dave's checking his notes.
So is that a with your bonus? Yeah,
that's with my minus. Yeah,
cool. So they're not. This guy is not sold on this. But what's just stopping your dad coming back and making another deal, and then you'll come back again? We want to do is survive. We built that bastard city, and ever since then they just treat us as the poor relations. We just want to survive.
Let me tell you,
you built a city of bastards.
I thought Kiss did that. Anyway,
it's a very music themed show today.
Right. Well, surely, let me tell you about unionisation. But surely it's in your best interest. I've made you a better offer, a good offer. 5 whole hams, right? What if my dad does come back and make you a better offer? You win again, don't you? And then we'll come back through town. You'll be like, whoa, we've got some big doggies. You've got to beat the offer of 6 whole hams. And I can't be asked to fight. So it will give you 7 whole hams. It's win-win for you, surely.
Where's the hams?
That's what we call collective bargaining.
Where's the hams?
And did you know there's an entire cow just over the bridge, which we have consequently put in a very good position, just in a bush, ready for you.
Do you know how like
Very
these
fresh.
people who like live in the tents in the woods for a week on YouTube, they cook stuff by burying it? Well, we've just buried you and cooked you a whole cow. It's called Olga.
Yeah, she's just over there. She's had her head kicked off, so you might have to go and find that. But
Yeah, Olga could have been a fighter. She could have followed us and helped fight these
It's about
bastards.
12 foot away from her
You
head.
kicked her
You can't-
face off
you can't
instead.
miss it.
So you see the guy who's not being held step forward, and he looks at the wolves and they break off. They're diligently watching, but
Right,
they're
doggy.
not threatening.
What's your wolves' names?
We just call them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I don't like that. Can I name them?
I get the feeling you're going to.
Okay. Well, that one up there is called Wolfie. That one over there, that's called Bernard. The other one is called Fang 2, Legends of the Fall. And those two in the distance, that's Pinky and Perky.
Hold on, I just got to edit Fang 2 the what?
Legends of the Fall. I think that's a real film.
Is that a cola? Are we putting a cola in there?
A cola?
A
I
cola.
don't know what he drinks.
Legend of
You've
the
got
Fall.
pork-eyed. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There you go. That's for TikTok.
at this point, my 1 minute cloud of daggers has probably fallen.
Right, I'm just naming Perky, and then we can get on with it.
Turkey.
Yeah, Pinky and
Can't
Perky.
believe you don't just remember this stuff, frankly.
Well, now you can put your cursor over them and see what their names are.
Oh,
Oh, I like that. It's not working. Hello?
I mean, I can't, but Tabletop will fix that.
No, it's not working for me.
Tabletop will fix that.
I'm sorry, they set for, but you've got to understand we just want to survive.
Oh, don't we all? Don't we all? Me especially. I'm only a little guy.
Have we started fighting yet?
No,
What's
is there
No,
anyone
happening?
else?
I've
You've
talked us
talked
out of
about
another
it.
fight. I've made some friends with a powerful wolf army.
Is there anyone else in this village with you?
Let the DM just check the creatures on map. Oh, it's just us at the moment. Some of the others are out foraging.
Okay.
Can we interest you in? We don't have a lot, but we do have some scraps of the first supply your dad gave us.
Don't worry, it's Porco will go and get the cow that they kicked the head off earlier, so we can
You got to
cook that
carry a
up.
bag. So the cow is mostly liquid, I'll be honest.
No, they took all the bags with them to do the foraging.
Right, Porco, you're strong. You can just drag it over here, surely.
All right, I'll go and drag the cow over.
Brilliant.
So whilst doing that, it's going to take probably about half an hour. What you did? Just going to stand around awkwardly in the village, or?
Have you got any wine?
Pet the doggies.
I just told you we struggled to make ends meet, and we had to resort to trying to capture people off the road in order to get supplies. So no, we don't have any wine.
But don't you know who I am?
You could be the bloody Queen of Sheba for all I care. We still don't have any wine.
Fair point.
Fine. Do we have anything? Do I have anything in my inventory? I'm gonna get out my.
Wine.
No, I don't have any wine, but I do have in my backpack my day's rations. So I'm gonna get those out and try and share them out.
Making friends wherever we go. What an awesome trio.
Oh, thank you. And we don't have to. Just to get it straight, we don't have to capture anyone off the road and kill them for this.
Absolutely not. You don't know what anyone's going through nowadays, and just they could be in the same position you are, but they're just going for a walk to get somewhere. and you're trying to take everything they have.
I mean, to be fair, it was very specific that we had to get that guy. We don't just do
Yes.
it to everyone who wanders around.
Well,
I mean, also
here's-
you are the Queen of Thieves, so
and the
hypocrite
prince.
much.
You are dragging a cow over, and he is a bit of a dick, really, isn't he? I mean, I do agree.
I'm back.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, so you're sorting out the rations, and you come back with this mangled, headless carcass that may or may not have been a cow. You can't, looking at it, you wouldn't be sure anymore.
Here we go, lads. I'd give it a rinse first, but dig in. Also, I've noticed you live on a massive farm. Have you not thought about farming?
We tried, but we had to sell the animals we had to get enough to. Oh, I guess we could have eaten the pig, couldn't we? But we sold it to that thieving butcher, Mr. Baker.
Oh.
Tell you what, well, not even necessarily meat-based farming. Have you not thought about sowing a field of wheat?
Ground's shit, innit? Nothing grows.
Have you thought about moving?
I mean, could do, but I built that city. It's quite nice looking up at it, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, lads, you seem to have a real affinity with meat and meat-based products. Would I be correct saying that?
I like eating meat.
Do you like preparing meat? I can see you've got a butcher's table.
Yeah, right. Passes the time.
Now, between us three and your army of killer wolves, I say I've got an in with the owner of an up-and-coming meat-based snack chain, Groggs. Have you heard of it? You probably haven't, frankly.
There's that orc, isn't there?
We probably
there's that orc in Spalding, Groggs, isn't it?
That's the one. What about gainful employment at a Groggs that is opening soon?
No, a new Groggs somewhere around here that they could
exactly
set up.
That. A franchise, if you will.
Yes.
Don't forget to unionise.
The problem is, like, people come past on the way to Flamekeep. They don't normally stop here.
Well, they've got no reason to stop, have they? If you're offering lovely savoury snacks and supplies, then of course they're going to stop.
I suppose we could set up somewhere for them to, like, refuel their horses, and maybe we could build a weird little casino with some slot machines in it.
Don't see why not. I mean, you've already got troughs. I can see from my view from above your town that you have water troughs already. So that's perfect. That's one thing off the list.
So we're going to open the first medieval, or whenever this is based, motorway services.
That's what I was getting at, really. So you'll
Why
be opening
not?
a station to service people as they go across this road. Now speak to this wizard here with his hand on his dick. He'll sort out the details for you.
Yes. And as Porky here has facilitated this, he does get a 50 gold coin finder's fee, and that is it according to the contract.
And I'll tell you what I'll do, lads.
Right, my friends, congratulations. You're now part of Groggs. Everything there that Porky was saying stands true, apart from... just come a bit closer. The union thing. You will not be permitted to be part of a union, okay? But just keep that quiet, thank you.
I'll tell you what I'll do. To sweeten the deal, so we're not having this same conversation in 2 weeks. I will give you the 50 gold finder's fee, direct in your pocket, no tax, say no more, to get your first load of stock in, right? You separate half of this cow, mangle it up a bit, and if my old prick of a daddy comes through town, you point at those remains and go, yeah, there he is. Bada bing, bada boom. You get a lovely nod from an old horrible dwarf because you've killed me. Brilliant. Top work. And you've found gainful employment in an up-and-coming sausage-based franchise and 50 gold coins. Say no more. Shake on that, lads.
So the first one kind of tries to move his hand, but realizes he's still stuck by Toxhold person.
Oh, is he not safe from it yet?
I just want to clarify something before we go on as well. Not just think about the fact you're not allowed to be in a union. I am the boss, by the way. I don't want you could be getting mixed signals here. The short, little, bearded man, not the boss. Okay, check. Are we clear on that?
Understood.
You ain't going to see him much. He's off
Good.
adventuring.
Good. That the bearded man he can't even hear this conversation because I'm whispering to you. Okay, ignore him. Okay.
Understood, boss.
Thank you. Good boys. Good boys. You're gonna reeling the books. Second, 2 grogs
And
in one show.
Yes.
to put the cherry right on the top of this deal, your wolves seem really obedient. If you laid down some sausage-based products, they wouldn't eat it, would they?
No.
And if you pointed them in a direction of a village or a house or a person, they'd just run straight to it and come back again, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're good at that.
Right. Let me introduce you to what I like to call Woofer Eats. Woofer Eats. Deliver Wolf, that'll do. That's a much better one. So people send in an owl or they talk to you on their walkie-talkie stone or what have you and say, I fancy a sausage roll, but I can't be asked to get out of bed. You stick it to your wolf, send the wolf on the way. They're going to give the money to the wolf because he's a bastard wolf. He'll eat their face if they don't. Wolf trots back with the gold straight in your pocket. You've just delivered a sausage roll.
And I just say, I hate the fact that we're taking a world of magic and mystery and all of this wonderful stuff and just turning it into the hellhole society that we live in real life.
A tycoon. I'm not. Can we call this service Hungry Like a Wolf?
I mean, if you want to.
If it moves us along here. So there we go.
You.
So to recap, delivery wolves, sausage roll based service station outfit, 50 gold coins, and the remains of half a cow that you can tell my dad it's me and you've killed me. Win-win for everybody, right?
Sounds like it, as long as he believes us.
Well, if he doesn't, what are you going to do, eh? We'll just kill him later.
I look over Porkai and I try and see if there's anything that's very Porkai-ish, that's jewelry or anything like that on him, to see if there's anything that we can put in the cow carcass.
That's very good.
Give me an insight check, Doc.
All right. Oh, insight.
I'll cut off half my beard and you
Fucking
can
nat
stick it onto
20.
it.
Right, it is a nat 20 plus 2, 22.
Yeah, so this was already in my head. So yeah, you look at Porkai and go, one of the main thing that distinguishes Porkai is his beard. If he was going to be anything to convince his dad, it would be the beard.
Now, Porkai, we need to convince your father that you are dead so he doesn't keep coming after us. And I think the most distinguishing feature of you is your glorious beard.
Shave me from top to bottom. Let's move this plot along. You can have half my beard, stick it to the cow, job done.
I think we should get some of the silver foxing that's in there as well, just to show, okay. Yeah, so
Chuck it on.
I attempt to cut some of his beard off, but not all of it. Just give him a really nice. So he's just got a bush now.
Just confirm, as far as we're all aware, I'm not like Saracen. My powers don't come from my beard or anything like that.
No.
Good. Okay, yeah, do that then. I don't like in a couple of weeks you go, I'm sorry, you can't attack. You have no facial hair. That's where all your power was. Does it what?
Wasn't it Samson whose power was his hair? Saracen was a gladiator.
Oh, yeah. There's one of those weirdly racist gladiator names. Oh, we've got some black gladiators.
I thought you were saying Saruman from Lord of the Rings. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I don't like Lord of the Rings. Have you ever noticed that gladiators, like 90s gladiators, they're like, we've got 3 black gladiators. What are we going to call them? Nightshade, Panther, and Saracen.
Shadow.
So
I was going through some of the boxes of stuff that I've kept, and I have my signed photograph of Shadow, which was just before he was the first one to be chucked off of gladiators for his drug use.
Nice.
Tragic story.
Did he ever come to your school to get you to open a bank account?
No.
That's why the gladiators there were always like at least 3 gladiators in the back of a van rotating around schools to tell you about Yorkshire bank account.
Well, I mean, I wasn't in Yorkshire, so
Well, no, you don't have to be. I wasn't at that time. Still a Yorkshire bank account. It's the only ones that are offering like kids accounts. Anyway, that's something.
I cut Hawkeye's beard and I arrange it in the cow carcass and make the cow carcass look like
just a little meat puppet of Hawkeye.
little meat puppet of Hawkeye. And they're just squidging some of that meat around, just putting the beard on.
2 weeks ago, Hawkeye was genuinely concerned about the fate of this cow and wanted to go and find.
We've still got another one. That'd be all right.
Yeah. Have you when I'm putting, this carcass together, I'm like, by the way, this cow was called Olga. I don't suppose you've seen another cow. Similar build, similar
vampires.
spots.
Do you know anything about vampires?
We know vampires. We know it's vampires.
Do you know where the vampires are?
The other one's not important anymore.
Well, you don't believe that, do you? And just folk stories. Just
Are they just goths? Is that what it is?
We don't believe vampires. There's bloody dragon people, goblins. She's got bloody horns growing out of her head.
I absolutely do believe in vampires.
It's all reality. But as soon as you start telling me that people was sucking people's blood and stake for the art, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Are they just goths? Is that what you're telling us?
I reckon it's just people stealing cows and they're just making out it's vampires so people don't follow them.
So
Right,
have you seen? Yeah, I was going to say, have you seen Frida? Or, as I say, similar spot, similar build, cow?
No, I don't think so.
I carry on. Just arranging Hawkeye, the cow Hawkeye.
Right, let's go. I've always wanted to kick the fuck out of the singer of Cradle of Filth, the horrible little fucker. Let's go.
So, as you leave Duskoran, having avoided the fight with the wolves, setting up the world's first motorway services, you head off down the road with the huge city of Flamekeep ahead of you, also the ruins of the statue of Tira, with a few jobs ahead of you as you walk on down the road, and that is where we are going to end it for tonight.
Just an image of the cow Hawkeye burned into your memory. Okay.
The end. 2 Groggs started.
That's it. It's finished for another time. Well, that was very exciting, wasn't it, that ending? Was I in it much? Do we know? I really do hope so. But why not come back next time? And hopefully I'll be in it even more. I'll probably save the day. I wouldn't be surprised. I often do. I must say thank you as well to Stephen Ranking for editing this show. Very bizarre. Don't know who he is. My gosh, I really am grating these, aren't I? Remember, everybody, spin-off on a movie, hashtag, whatever that is. I think it's a Twitter thing. Oh, by the way, I've been asked to mention Twitter, although I do believe it's called X nowadays. Yes, I may be centuries years old, and even I know it's called X and not Twitter, like Dave has asked me to say. But search for us there at Dungeons and D-Heads. Yes, it'll be great. It'll be great, I'm sure. Well worth a click. Until next time, everybody, do come back.
This podcast is part of Podomedy, the UK's podcast comedy network. Why not laugh at what else we've got? Visit podomedy.com.